So guys, how can you bring a stagnated relationship back to life?
I mean, that's a good question, Chef. How can you bring a stagnated relationship back to life?
Well, you could do many different things. Role play, change up your schedule, make things, make things a little different, like movie night this night. This day is going to be our time. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
But what makes that relationship stagnant in the first place? I mean, especially right now, with being stuck in the house dealing with COVID.
So wait, he said complacent. Explain.
Being complacent, like you stuck with somebody when you could, you could do better, or you should do better, or you're just going to deal with whatever they got going on.
Settling. Yeah, I don't like that. I feel uncomfortable when I have to settle. Like, I feel like if I'm not being myself and I can't voice my opinion, or you can't understand as a man how I'm feeling, and it's just my voice, it's okay to agree to disagree. Right. And it's disagreeing
okay to bend a little bit.
Bending a little bit, even a little folding is fine.
That's right.
But if you can't understand where I'm coming from and like my emotions, my feelings as a woman, then I feel like, you're getting complacent. You're getting complacent to the fact that somebody else can play your part. So let's be clear. Like, I'm not trying to say it to be like, I won't fight for my relationship. I won't put in the work. But if that's all you keep doing, that's complacent. That's you too comfortable.
You might be comfortable, and you might not want to go nowhere and find somebody else. You might be stuck in that same position.
Absolutely.
You stuck. So as you saying, once you get familiar with somebody, like familiarity, breeding contempt, like you just stuck with that person so long that you just know they.
Now you got to change up the game. If I'm listening to you, I want you to listen to me. And you don't have to tell me. I'm a woman, full-fledged, full circle. You don't have to tell me what you want. I listen with words.
What happens
you know
when
what I'm saying?
Don't listen?
That's the problem that they have with
when
themselves.
They don't listen, then what do you do? Like, how do you?
I mean,
is it workable,
like, no,
or are you just going to be settling for what he's doing? Like, whatever, it's never going to work.
Never settle.
Never settle.
I'm
not in a relationship right now, but from past relationships, I have settled at times. I've dealt with them not listening, but how do you?
Weigh it out. Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
And I think that's where it comes in. That y'all say this, I was in something like that, and it was just like, listen, it's no balance. There's no balance when you can't weigh anything out, and everybody can't come to a medium ground.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's one person.
Wasted energy, wasted time.
It's wasted energy, wasted time.
One-sided.
Soon you feel like that, it's called somebody got to separate themselves.
Right. I could definitely understand where you're coming from when you say the wasted energy, wasted time, because I'm definitely a victim of settling. I settle a lot. Like right now with everything that's going on and my emotional psychosis that I be going through, I done settled so much that we are on a separation. But it's a good separation. It's not for the bad, because we've been together so long that we know each other's ignorant, nasty, uncontainable quirks that we just can't stand. But now we're taking the time to get to learn ourselves again, so that we can come back together for the partnership of our baby.
But this is the thing.
Or you can find out after Corona over.
And I have a question to ask in that.
And get out of there.
That's okay too.
So what do you do? So this is the question. What if that shit don't work? What if you don't even in your mind? Because sometimes we go back to what we feel is right, and and we get too comfortable to the point where we go back and we like, oh well, we can fix it, or we feel like, okay, that's all I know. But you go back and it don't work. What do you do from there?
I'm guilty of being this is all I know too, and I never want to start over. But right now with this separation, it's a form of starting over. Now I'm getting to know the new you. Now I'm getting to know the reevaluated you. Now if you going around and you still doing the same bullshit that you was doing before, and I'm supposed to be woo-woo the fool, oh then I'm the fool.
I'm sorry, but I recite this, and I've never ever wanted to go back to anybody I ever been with. I'm sorry, because I feel like I'm getting the same shit, same toilet. I'm serious. If I left you, or we left each other, or you felt like you could take the clout and say you left me, fine. I'm fine with that. But the reason why I left is because shit wasn't working, and shit ain't never gonna work. So I'm done.
I think I'm more on the Will and Jada kind of thing. Instead of allowing the entanglements to get in the way, the entanglements and say, let's see if we can work it out. Like you said, you might not, we're going to agree to disagree on this one, but sometimes you can work it out. And Will said, I'm never going to leave you. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say that I'm never going to leave you, but maybe this space will give me the option to say, you know what? We can work it out.
Or
we just can't.
You know what? I think to go back, and I think this is where my mind is, to go back and want to try to resurface that all over again. It's a lot of feelings and emotions.
It is.
It's a lot that you have
need
to
a whole
say.
lot of time
You
apart,
got
too.
yes, a whole lot of time apart. It's a lot of feelings and emotions, and I don't feel maybe because I'm just different, I guess. I feel like everything needs to be laid on the table. You get what I'm saying? I just don't want to jump back in bed with you. I just don't want to be with you because we got history. Because I'd rather take honesty over history any day.
Yep.
And I just feel like I don't want to jump back in bed with you, and I don't want to just go start off where we left off at. It's things that needs to be, it's underlying reasons that we left each other, so there's underlying conversation that need to be talked about before we say, okay, well, we're going to work this out, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And you have to know that torture, because this is the thing, we are talking about what we bring to the table as in our relationship when it gets stagnated. We got stagnated for a reason. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's normal.
That's normal. You get what I'm saying? So we gotta talk about those things so that we can move forward to the next.
But
I will say this.
For that stagnation. Hold on, Kay. I'm sorry for interrupting you once again. You know I love to do that. You get no respect here, right? Anyway.
Now you see why people go up top on her? That's why they go up top on her.
But part of the reason why some of the stagnation and stuff happen, you gotta think about it right now with this pandemic and COVID. A lot of people are out of work, and if you are in a situation where you or your significant other is without a job. Now y'all got one income instead of two. Y'all waiting for unemployment, which ain't come for a whole lot of people.
Well, that lets you know. That lets you know where you stand too, because now it's like, oh, since you ain't got no job, nigga, I don't know why you here now.
Listen,
or he was alright when he had a job.
Kia, before this, let's be clear. There was underlying issues before
pandemic. Absolutely, I'm sure there were
pandemic before this. There was underlying issues. The pandemic just pulled it all out and gave us all a voice. Put us right in the forefront and said, "Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to resurface this and get this together." That's all that was. Prior to this, let's make it clear: every relationship, no relationship is perfect.
That's right.
Absolutely.
You make it perfect by the things you do with that person and what that person genuinely does with you. But I will say this: no. That underlying those issues, they were there. They was just swept under the carpet.
They
was turning corners.
You never had to deal with it.
They was with their other booze.
Yup, you never had to deal with it.
They was with their peacemakers, the one that they can go to her house and lay up because of the fact that, guess what? I got peace here. She over there making drama for me. I got to pay bills here. She can let me lay for free.
Yep.
Yeah. That's where that all came. It all just resurfaced and threw it right on the table at you and said, face your own demons. That's all it is.
And let me tell you something about that entanglement, whatever you want to call it. Guys look at things different because, let me tell you a secret. Men break up with women. Women don't break up with men. I don't know if y'all knew that.
They mentally do. Yes, they do. They mentally break up with you. Yes.
You know, you could be dealing with a female and she be like, yo, guess what? Me and Charles, we gonna try to work it out this time. I'll fall right back like, you got it, baby. But any given Sunday, she can call me and say, what you doing, King? And I still might come out and be there. So I always got to watch women.
Because King, let's be clear, King had the idea of, we wasn't together. I was just fucking you. So she could call anytime she wanted.
Yeah. There you go.
Same way with, let's be clear, Shay.
So Will is
that's how it goes.
She gonna still be having sex with that.
If Shay got a boo thing on the side, I can call him whenever I want to. But my main thing is
let's talk about that Will and Jada thing real quick. I don't really think Will was upset or embarrassed. I think Will was more so pissed off at the fact that August just brought it out to the table because they've been doing this.
I think they had their own little twist and twist.
They've been doing this free relationship thing for a long time. They've been swinging for a long time, and everybody knew it, and they were happy in their relationship. They've always had an open relationship, and it's never been a problem.
Will didn't look too happy.
Needed some attention for a minute and needed some relevancy, so he decided to expose it. So Will's aggravation is more so because
he's a man. He like, after you kiss or we make up and say it's over between me and August, 2 months later, I'll be back. And his mind gotta say, what, you about to go fuck with that dude again?
Because Jada said
his mind gonna still be on that for a minute. He's always gonna remember that dude, he just fell back because you try to work on our relationship. So he was a man to say, girl, go back to your family. I got it.
And August like, I don't want to get that up yet, so I'm gonna just tell the world.
Now who's winning?
Nobody.
August.
There you go.
Y'all crazy, August.
He
And
winning.
then there's
He sure did.
about it.
He's singing about it now. Entitlements.
Yeah.
But this my thing. Everybody talks about entitlement, right? What do you think, King? Because he's the man over here. What do you think about
I'm
entitlement?
K-Stress on the show.
K-
Be nice, everybody.
K-Stress.
Okay,
Stress, sorry.
No, I'm
What,
listening.
what do you think about entitlements? What is the definition to you about entitlement?
Entanglement
Someone-
or entitlement?
Entitlement.
I'm sorry, entanglement. Sorry, entanglement.
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 That's the first time I heard that word in my life. I'm just feel like y'all just fucking around.
I thought it was a Disney movie or
Yeah,
something. when they first-
entanglement. Speaking of entanglement, what you mean? You messing around?
It's a nice way to say we
Y'all
fucking.
sucking and fucking.
We fucking.
That's
okay.
Basically.
Okay,
And
so that's what he's saying.
my thing with their situation is if they weren't together, it's fair game.
Yeah.
Fair game.
Okay.
They weren't together.
But it's a lot of times that,
And I'm sure
these
Will had a boo
celebrities-
thing too.
They
sure
always
he
have
did.
boo things.
Yeah.
They have open relationships, but it's a lot of times where just because the media didn't catch it, these celebrities are together, but they're not together for the media. You understand what I'm saying? So, but at the time when all of this was going on, what a lot of people don't realize is August was going through some psychological and emotional stuff himself, and with Jada going through her own emotional and personal stuff and her own relationship with Will, because even I don't care about nobody that's in an open relationship. Ain't no relationship open, and I don't like to share. Okay,
There you go.
so
I'm with her.
she had her
I don't like
own.
to share nothing.
I feel like Jada
She's
had
smiling
her
at you. She
own.
give you a smirk, honey. I'm telling you, when you get in the car, I'm gonna be questioning you down by the time we get
Okay.
home.
But I feel like Jada had her own personal things going on. So even though he's younger than her and they were initially helping this young